And this part is what we call convolution, which there are two. Can see there's the first one here and the second one there. You see that? As it continues, it goes to this duct, which is referred to as the collecting what? Very good. Children, I think you have all passed the exams. Clap for yourselves.
This is in mathematics. We are going to look at something very sweet, and who can guess? Now, without wasting much of the time, this is in mathematics and computers. So I'm just going to do an introduction to computers in mathematics. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to look at those. First of all, what is a computer? Can someone tell me from whichever grade, what's a computer? You did? Yes, beautiful. And what's a computer?
Firstly, a computer is an electronic device that inputs, stores, processes, and removes data.
A computer, first of all, it's an electronic device that does the following. It inputs, processes, stores, outputs data, okay? Now, we learned about all this stuff, but the summary where I'm coming here is computers in mathematics, where we are going to talk about the flowcharts, the pseudocodes, and the algorithms. Now, just for a start, we'll start with an algorithm. What is an algorithm? So quickly, since we are not writing much, an algorithm, simply put, I'll say this one in Chewa. An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure or process of doing what? Of doing something. For example, if I go to Messi's house, I say, Messi, how do you cook shima? Then she starts explaining, you need a blazer or a stove, you need to have meal, you need to do this, you need to do this. So all those steps by steps, they are called an algorithm. Are we together? An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure of doing something. Then number two, we are going to look at the flowchart. What is a flowchart? I'll say this one in Tonga. Ensha. In Tonga we say a flowchart is simply a diagrammatic. Everyone, diagrammatic. It's simply a diagrammatic representation of doing something like an algorithm or a pseudocode. This brings us now to a pseudocode. What is a pseudocode? A pseudocode, I'll use this one, I think Lenje is better. Or Kaondem one. In Lenje we say, a pseudocode, these are statements. They start like, you explain either an algorithm or a flowchart in statement forms. Else, so that's what we are going to do in the next class. We are going to marinate, and we are going you're going to dive into the computers. So those are the key things, and we are going to do all these. Guys, you are amazing. Thank you very much. In the next class, we want to do this one on computers. So the only thing I want you to know, first of all, know that there is an algorithm, there is a flowchart, and there is a pseudocode.
How about the Nephron structure? Joseph, mwana wa pili, help us with the Nephron structure. I'm going to give you, depending how you come out with your answer, I'll give you the marks here. So Joseph, here is your mark in an exam given to us today, and you are told to define or describe the Nephron structure. how will you define it? Okay, how will you define it?
The nephron structure is defined as an artery enters the kidney, it divides and further subdivides into thousands of capillaries, which form a knot known as glomerulus. Each glomerulus is held up by a cup-shaped structure known as the Bowman's capsule. The Bowman's capsule leads in a tube known as renal tubule, which is entangled with the blood capillaries in the regions of the points of convolution. The renal tubule connects and passes through a region known as loop of Henle before connecting in the collective ducts, which drains waste into the bladder.